Hello and welcome to this mid-morning taste challenge. I have two 40% alcohol blended Irish whiskeys. Blended, not even blended. What am I? I'm hungover, so to speak, from my last series, the Irish whiskeys. You know, it's still stuck in my head, is what I mean. Uh, Single malts. So, these should be interesting. This is Trader Joe's Highland single malt Scotch whiskey, rum cask finish. It's double maturation. It is double matured. It's aged for so many years, don't know how many, in traditional oak casks, meaning probably ex-bourbon barrels, and then it's finished in rum casks from somewhere. They're not going to name whose casks, but they're assuring you it's premium rum. Distilled, matured, and bottled in Scotland by Hammish Robertson and Company for the Sazerac Company, but it's bottled by Hammish Robertson. It's not made by them. Hammish Robertson is what we call an independent bottler. They acquire whiskeys from different companies and they bottle it for whoever wants it. In this case, Trader Joe's. Single malt Scotch whiskey has light aroma with hints of leafy spring blossoms overlaid with a subtle vanilla oakness. I have to read this because there's no website. The aroma is rich and malty with a biscuity sweetness and fresh fruit notes. The flavor is sweet and rounded with vanilla oak that carries through to a mellow and long-lasting finish. Yeah, I didn't notice that the flavor was that elaborate, but maybe I'm missing something. I thought it was like good, not any. I didn't say very good, I just said good. It's got a foil cap cover, it's got a real cork. Trader Joe's 8-year Speyside single malt Scotch whiskey. This is bottled by Alistair Duncan for Trader Joe's, another independent bottler. Named for its location bordering on the River Spey, Speyside is the true heart of Scotch whiskey production. Well, others would disagree, but that's what they're saying. Each whiskey region has its own defining characteristics, and Speyside single malts tend to have a slight sweetness with toffee notes and a floral elegance. Trader Joe's 8-year-old Speyside single malt has been aged in the very finest oak cask for over 8 years and typifies this legendary region. This excellent whiskey is light honey gold in color with flavors. Now they're spelling it in the American way, and over there in the Commonwealth way, flavors, here's flavors of caramel, dried apricots, vanilla, and light cinnamon spice, leading to a smooth, oaky finish. Distilled, matured, and bottled in Scotland. Trader Joe's, established 1967. True story. And purchased by Aldi in 1979. Also a true story. Okay. So there's the corks, if it'll focus. It did, finally, real cork. All right. Pouring time. I wasn't too thrilled with this Trader Joe's 8-year the Speyside single malt. Is it the worst single malt whiskey I own? Spilling it. Yeah, it is. It is the worst single malt Scotch whiskey I own, in my opinion. I think it is. Now, the Highland. Like I said, I tried it. I wasn't exactly thrilled with it. I gave it a B. Just a B, like good. Not very good. Not sort of good, although it could go down to that. Just good. Now the Highland is darker and the Speyside is lighter, but you may not be able to notice that on the internet camera. Maybe you can. Price point. You know, you might say, why did you feel compelled to buy private labels, single malt Scotch whiskies? Oh, because of the price. The 8-year was $19.99. 8-year, $19.99, and the Highland Rum Cask was $17.99 when I bought them in May of 2022. Now, like I said, May 2022. Has it gone up a lot since then? No, it hasn't. Maybe $1, but maybe not. Bought a bunch of stuff that day because I figured with inflation like it is, let me get them now before the price jumps way up. Hasn't really yet, but it's done now. I got them. So Rum Cask finish, Highland single malt, $17.99, 8-year age, $19.99. All right. I'll give it a little bit more mix up. Okay. Now I definitely don't know. But I got to keep my eyes closed. If I see that lighter color, I'm going to know it's the 8-year. This got some weird toffee caramel aroma. And didn't the 8-year say it had that? Or am I thinking of the other one? I think the 8-year said that. Does it smell like single malt Scotch? Well, yeah. Kind of funky in the nose. Funky, like maybe the fruit in your refrigerator is starting to turn. And there's no fruit in this. It's all grain. I don't know. It's kind of harsh. Like I said, that kind of funky caramel aroma. That's not over here. Now here, am I getting some rum? I think I'm getting like that cane sugar distillate. Taste time. Toast, like brown bread toast, and some toffee. Medium body, kind of a slick mouthfeel, which is strange for Scotch. A little semi-sweet finish. It almost tastes like Werther's Originals. Oh, man. All right, over here. Lighter body. Lighter overall flavor. And I think, but I know it's in there. See, that's with my thinking. But I know it's there. I can't get around it. I know one of these has a rum cask finish. Now, I'm tasting a little bit of that sugar, rock candy, rum distillate thing, I believe. So I'm going to say this is the 8-year. Whoa. I'm giving that an 8 out of 10. 8.0 out of 10. B minus. Barely good. You might say, well, if you're buying liquor and it's a B minus, barely good, you may as well call it an F. Undrinkable. It's not undrinkable, but I get the point. Yeah, why even buy it? Would I buy it again? Obviously not. Would I recommend it? Obviously not, unless you just want to get rid of $19.99 because you're adventurous or your judgment is questionable. Okay. Oh, man, what a blow. What a blow to my psychological health. That's the Highland. Rum Cask finish. Oh, I'm so disoriented now. Where do I go? Who do I turn to? What's happening? I can't even believe this. Did I screw up the? Did I put it in the wrong? I don't think so. They're both clear bottles. Yeah, that matches the shade. Oh, look at all this sediment. I tell you, these whiskeys get so much sediment when you get to the bottom. My friend David was talking about that with some of his. What's all this gunk? There's chunks. I said, that's normal. It's like it recongeals, They filter it, but then when you get down to the bottom, there's settlement, and it like starts getting solid again. I don't think it's anything to worry about. Okay. Well, I'm shocked, stunned, dismayed, displayed, slayed, played, but it is a blind taste test, and I don't have any experience with this one except for tasting it once in the backyard. Good morning once again, says Preston Martin. Hello, Preston. Good morning. Good morning to you. Well, sorry I got it wrong. But in this case, the cheaper product scores better. I mean, scores worse. Wow, I really can't. I'm really disoriented now. But with that psychological blow of getting it wrong. So I paid $2 more for the 8-year age, and I'm not a fan of it. But today, compared to the Rum Cask finish, it's tasting better. Let me go back to this Rum Cask finish. Yeah, I don't know, that turned fruit, that choppy flavor. But I did say this, so you can go check me on that. I did say when I did the review that I thought the B score could drop to a D minus. Remember, I said it's a B, but I wouldn't be shocked if it dropped to a B minus. So I'm not shocked at all, and I'm a little disappointed because now I got to do this in competition. I put this in a competition against all my other Scotch whiskeys. But I think by the time I get to the end, which would be about 17 challenges, I think I must have that many or close to it. When I get to the end, I think I will be able to tell it apart every time. Just got to look for the harshness, right? Just remember that weird toffee Werther's original, and then I'll have it down. This one, oh, sorry, the 8-year. Can't remember where I put each one. It's a lot lighter, but even it has some strange, like toffee caramel bleh-ness. I'm saying 8.3, but I'm thinking 8.1. You know what I mean? Like, no, I mean, I just think I don't know. But I know this much. It wouldn't go above 8.3. No way. And that's just a B. 8.3 out of 10. That's not even a good score. I mean, technically, it's a good score because it's a B. But in reality, it's a joke because I could go to a liquor store, which in Louisiana means the grocery store, and just randomly buy a Scotch whiskey without even looking, just say, give me a Scotch whiskey, single malt. They say, which one? Just grab one. And it'll easily be way above an 8.3. See what I'm saying? Easily. There's, like, say, if I go to Winn-Dixie or Mathern's or even Walmart, and I just tell a lady, grab any single malt. I don't care. There's no way it's going to be an 83. I'd be shocked if it dropped to a 90, if it even scored as low as a 90 out of 100, 9 out of 10, So these things are not recommended. Now, do I like Trader Joe's? Generally, yes. Completely, no. they put some dodgy stuff on the shelf. A lot of good stuff, a lot of questionable stuff. I'm going to make an effort to go before the end of this month, go back over there and see what's going on. I might buy some more of that Peter's brand Belgian style Pilsner, a bizarre product. But I might buy another one. It's $9.99 a 6-pack of pints. I think that's what it is. I could be wrong. But yeah. Do all Scotch whiskeys have a peat taste? No. So asked Tom. No, my answer is no. Just wondering if that peatiness is a given with all Scotch. No, it's P-A-T, by the way. Peat, P-E-A-T. No, no, no. And in fact, I would say probably half of them do not have any peaty flavor or any peaty character, which is something I like. But, other people, they turned off by it. I was a real targeted individual that deals with. Yeah, I don't know what any of that stuff is, so can't comment on it. My shirt will stay straight. So anyway, the clear and present winner. Well, if one should call it a winner. The winner, because it didn't go as bad as the other one, is the 8-year age. And I don't like it. So this new Rum Cask finish might be the worst I have. But, oh, man. Do I have any worse news? I do. I have even worse news. The next challenge, probably Thursday, is Trader Joe's 10-year aged Highland single malt. 10-year aged. I think it's better than these two. I'm going to tell you right now, I think it's better than the 8 in this Rum Cask finish. So I think it'll win going out, winning. You know what I mean? I think it'll win easily. But then I'm saying that, but I started off with a loss. So I don't know what kind of confidence I should have in that if I start off with a loss. But admittedly, I'm not that really familiar with these products. So, well, more so with the 8. I just think they kind of. The problem is I'm dealing with two products that are very questionable in their quality and their enjoyment level. So that has to be taken into account. I'm not trying to knock Trader Joe's. Like I said, I have some success over there. It's maybe that is a knock because I go over there and they used to make some really good, I guess some of those Trader Joe's beers from like a Firestone Walker are good. Those are really solid, like the drive-through red ale and the Trader Jose's, but I think that's from Gordon Beer. Still good, but yeah, but other stuff you get is like, whoa, what is this? Oh well. Thanks, Tom, for the thumbs up. So yes, I got the Trader Joe's 10 years of single malt, and I got the Trader Joe's bourbon cask finish. I don't remember if it's a Highland or Speyside, doesn't much matter. I was kind of favorable towards the bourbon cask finish, so that one kind of made me happy. But then we'll go into some what I would call much better products, really, really solid, credible single malt Scotch. The Glenmorangie, and which is wonderful in the Elgin Classic. The Tomatin Legacy, or called Dualcus in the United States because of some trademark issues. So the Tomatin's so nice. The Glenmorangie, it's very nice. He'd order twice. That kind of stuff. Good stuff, like really solid. The Glenrothes 18-year age. The Glenglassaugh finished in Tennessee whiskey barrels, which is no longer produced, unfortunately. A great product, or at least really nice. Yeah, so the Lismore, the Finlag, and all those really good products. So I figured I'd start at the bottom. But I mean, I started at the bottom because I'm starting at the bottom with Trader Joe's. So I was going to do Trader Joe's against the other Trader Joe's and then move on to some better brands. Okay, Tom says, are Shackleton and Grant's in the same category of Scotch? I think Shackleton is a single malt, and I think I know Grant's is a blended whiskey. They use grain whiskey and they blend single malt whiskey in it. So no, those are the two I own, and I was just wondering if those are comparable for a blind taste test. Yeah, I would recommend not cross styling. Just look at the label. It'll always tell you if it says blended Scotch, only taste challenge it against other blended Scotch whiskeys. And if it says single malt, just stick with the other single malts. And I think you'll be in a safe situation then. Won't be a problem. Okay, sorry I failed, but I think you're going to notice that it's going to get better. I'm going to start getting better, and then it'll get to the point where I never get it wrong. I do believe that. All right, y'all take care. See you in a couple of days for another taste challenge.